Exploring the Great Wall of China. Simple English conversation for beginners. Hi Bianca. Are you ready for our tour of the Great Wall of China?
Hi Peter. Yes, I'm very excited. I've always wanted to see the Great Wall. It's one of the wonders of the world.
It really is. The wall is so long and stretches across the mountains. Can you believe it was built over 2,000 years ago?
Wow, that's amazing. I read that it was built to protect the country from invaders. Is that true?
Yes, that's right. It was built to keep enemies out. It took many years and a lot of people to build it.
I can imagine. It must have been very difficult work. Do you know how long the wall is?
It's over 13,000 miles long. It's the longest wall in the world. We can't see the whole wall today, but we can walk on a small part of it.
That sounds great. I can't wait to take photos. The view must be incredible from up there.
Yes, the views are beautiful. You can see the mountains and the countryside. It's really special.
Do people visit the Great Wall all year round?
Yes, it's a popular tourist spot. But it's very busy in summer. I think visiting in spring or fall is the best because the weather is cooler.
Good idea. It can be very hot in the summer. I'm glad we came in the spring. The weather is perfect today.
Me too. Do you want to start walking up the steps? They say the steps are very steep.
Sure, let's go. I'm ready for the challenge. How far should we walk today?
Let's see how we feel. We can take breaks if we get tired. It's a long climb, but it's worth it.
I agree. And we can enjoy the history and scenery as we walk. It's such a special place.
Absolutely. I'm glad we came here together. It's a trip we'll always remember.
Me too, Peter. This is an unforgettable experience.
Let's take some photos to remember this day. Ready for a selfie?
Yes, let's do it. Say Great Wall.
Great Wall! Job interview practice. Learn English with real conversations. Hi Annabelle. It's been a while. How have you been?
Hi George. I'm doing well, thank you. How about you?
I'm good, thanks. So, what do you do these days? What is your job?
I work as a teacher. I teach English at a high school. What about you, George? What is your job?
I'm an engineer. I work for a construction company. We build roads and bridges.
That sounds interesting. Do you enjoy your job?
Yes, I do. It can be difficult sometimes, but I like solving problems. What about you? Do you like teaching?
Yes, I really enjoy it. I love working with students and helping them learn English. Where do you work, George?
I work in the city center. My office is near the main train station. Where do you work?
I work at a school in the suburbs. It's a bit far from my house, but I like the school.
That's great. How long have you been a teacher?
I've been teaching for 5 years. How long have you worked as an engineer?
I've been an engineer for about 7 years now. Time flies.
It really does. Do you travel a lot for your job?
Yes, sometimes. We have projects in different cities, so I travel about once a month. Do you travel for your job?
Not much. I usually stay at the school, but sometimes we go on school trips with the students.
That must be fun. It was really nice catching up with you, Annabelle.
You too, George. Let's stay in touch.
Forest camping simple English conversation for beginners. Hi, Annabelle. Are you ready for our camping trip in the forest?
Hi, George. Yes, I'm very excited. I've never camped in the forest before.
It's going to be fun. Do you have everything you need?
I think so. I have my tent, sleeping bag, and some food. What about you?
I have the same. I also brought a flashlight and some extra clothes. It might get cold at night.
Good idea. I didn't think about the cold. Do you know how to set up the tent?
Yes, I do. It's not too hard. I can show you when we get there.
That would be great, thanks. I'm also looking forward to making a campfire.
Me too. We can roast marshmallows and tell stories around the fire.
That sounds perfect. I brought some marshmallows and chocolate. We can make s'mores.
Awesome. I love s'mores. We can also go for a hike in the forest. The trails are beautiful.
I'd love that. I enjoy walking in nature and seeing the trees and animals.
It's very peaceful. We might even see some deer or birds.
That would be amazing. I hope we hear some birds singing in the morning.
I'm sure we will. The forest is full of life. Are you nervous about camping?
A little, but I feel safe with you here. It's nice to have a friend with experience.
Don't worry, Annabelle. We'll have a great time. Camping is all about enjoying nature and relaxing.
You're right. I'm really looking forward to this trip. Thanks for inviting me.
I'm glad you could come. It's going to be an adventure we won't forget.
Definitely. Let's get going and find the perfect spot to set up camp.
Let's do it. The forest is waiting for us.
Fishing adventure, learn English on a boat with Thomas and Jennifer. Good morning, Jennifer. Ready for our fishing trip today?
Good morning, Thomas. Yes, I'm very excited. It's my first time fishing on a boat.
Don't worry, it's going to be fun. Do you have your life jacket on?
Yes, I do. Safety first, right?
Exactly. Let's start by setting up our fishing rods. Do you need help with yours?
Yes, please. I'm not quite sure how to attach the bait.
No problem, let me show you. First, you take the bait and thread it onto the hook, like this.
I see. That seems easy enough. What's next?
Now, we wait for a fish to bite. While we wait, why don't we practice some English? How do you say a fishing rod in English?
That's an easy one. It's fishing rod. What about bait?
Correct, bait is the word. How about we talk about different types of fish in English?
Great idea. I know salmon and trout. Do you know any others?
Yes, there's bass, cod, and tuna. Each type of fish prefers different habitats and baits.
Interesting. Oh, look. I think something's biting my line.
Quick, start reeling it in slowly. Keep your rod up. You're doing great.
I caught a fish. This is so exciting.
Congratulations! You caught your first fish. Let's take a photo to remember this moment.
Thank you, Thomas. I've learned so much about fishing in English today.
You're welcome, Jennifer. It's been a pleasure teaching you. Let's head back and enjoy the rest of our day.
Sounds good. This was an unforgettable adventure.
Advanced English conversations, school scenarios and interactions. Where did Paul find the history book he was looking for? Paul found the history book in the school library. Why was Nancy late to her math class yesterday? Nancy was late because she missed the school bus. What did Paul and his friends do during lunch break? They played soccer on the school field. How often does the school organize science fairs? The school organizes science fairs twice a year. What subject does Nancy enjoy the most, and why? Nancy enjoys literature because she loves reading novels. What project is Paul working on for his art class? Paul is creating a sculpture for his art class project. Where did the students go for their geography field trip? The students visited a local nature reserve for their field trip. How did Nancy prepare for her biology exam? Nancy prepared by studying her notes and reviewing past exams. What role does Paul have in the school play? Paul is playing the lead role in the school play. What activity does Nancy participate in after school? Nancy participates in the school debate club after school. Why was the school assembly held in the gymnasium today? The assembly was held in the gymnasium because the auditorium was under renovation. How did Paul contribute to the school newspaper? Paul wrote an article about the recent sports events for the school newspaper. What did Nancy present in her science class project? Nancy presented a project on renewable energy sources in her science class. Where do students usually have their lunch at school? Students usually have their lunch in the school cafeteria. How does Paul commute to school every day? Paul commutes to school by riding his bicycle. What special event is the school planning for next month? The school is planning a cultural festival for next month. How did Nancy and her team prepare for the school quiz competition? They prepared by practicing with sample questions and studying various topics. What is Paul's favorite subject, and what does he like about it? Paul's favorite subject is mathematics because he enjoys solving problems. What extracurricular activity does Nancy enjoy the most? Nancy enjoys participating in the school choir the most. Where did Paul and his classmates go for their history excursion? They went to a historical museum for their history excursion.